Whoa, how's it going everyone? How are you all doing today? Welcome in to one of my favorite talk shows where I talk about the companies that I'm following, the companies that I'm invested in, and show you guys, you know what, my reaction and I guess my thoughts on these companies. So hello everyone, we have Yamil here. It's been a long time. Haven't seen you for such a long time. How are you doing recently? We also have Tim here with three rockets. So 3 rockets meaning something's gonna happen, right? Something's gonna take off, right? So what's gonna take off? Well, if you think the stock market's gonna take off today, you're wrong, because there's a huge, massive technology stock sell-off today, okay? A very typical one. Alright? And that's what's happening today. Look at all this. You have S&P 500 down 0.67%. You have the Dow Jones just trading at break even today, but you have this massive negative 1.88% Nasdaq drop today. Huge. But you know what? What else is huge today is that we have earnings from one of my favorite companies, Corsair Gaming, right here. Okay, Corsair, one of my favorite investments and also one of my top investments as well. Now, you might be thinking, what does Corsair do? Well, Corsair is simply, they sell lots of gaming products, right? Whether if it's mouse, any computer parts, really, from a keyboard and all, and also streaming material. That's their big market right now, right? So anything, gaming things, from chairs and all this right here, okay? And you also have their streaming stuff, which is like the Elgato line, which they have recently bought out, right? That's great for them. So if you have a capture card and all, that's very important. I have one myself. I use it to stream whenever I do Nintendo Switch and all right? Audio as well. So a lot of things, and besides that, they also sell a lot of computer parts as well, from your cooling systems to your gaming computers as well, memory, storage, power supplies, also cases, and also, yeah, fans. A lot I can talk about this company. Anyways, we're gonna be talking about the first quarter results of 2021 today, and we're gonna get started with this. Okay, so we have analysts predicting them that this quarter they are going to earn an average about $449 million. Okay, lowest estimate is 396 and highest is 500 million for their revenue. Okay, now compared to analysts' estimates, I actually have something much bigger. For me, I actually predict them this quarter to be earning 600 million, okay? That's actually very on the high side. And that's because recently, I read an article, and if I can show it to you guys. Oh shoot, why doesn't this work? From CNBC that said the PC market just had its best quarter since 2015 and the fastest growing. Oh, you kidding me? Oh, no, continue with us. Okay, had just its best quarter since 2015 and fastest growth in 20 years. That made me raise my expectations for what's going to happen this year, especially this quarter. Okay, look, computer sales went crazy. That started last year during the pandemic. Is still going strong, all right? And let me know if you are actually an investor into this company. I want to know what are your thoughts on this, okay? Next one. Gartner Research estimates that computer shipments are up 32% in the first quarter of 2021. The highest rate the research firm has seen since it started tracking it. That's huge, all right? That means it's record in a way. All right, that means I have much higher expectations now. And according to the report, the top computer makers are Lenovo, HP, Dell, Apple, Acer, and Asus. Now, how does that relate to gaming in a way? Well, it's because a lot of computer parts Corsair sells. And with that, they should be affected in this way as well, right? They have all these gaming computer as well. And a lot of times, especially now, if you want to buy one, a lot of shortages on the chips, right? You can't buy it, right? You can't buy the chips because there's just so less of it. So, you would have to instead probably have to buy a gaming computer. It comes with a full set like that. Yes, it's more costly, but you have everything built already, and you have it now. Alright, so let's take a look at the report. And before that, I have estimated 600 million on the revenue, okay? 200 million is gonna come from the gaming streaming products, okay? So the gaming streaming products is from right here, okay? Gaming plus streaming products. So these two categories are gonna generate about 400 or about 200 million, okay? And the computer parts and PC component is gonna generate 400 million, okay? Over half of their revenue is gonna come from that. Let's see if they're able to meet Yahoo Finance's expectation, or if they're able to meet my expectations, okay? My estimates are so much higher than Yahoo Finance's, okay? We'll see. Let's check it out. Okay? Here we go. Whew. Joshua, how are you doing? Hey Joshua, I am so glad to see you. It's been a while since I've seen you guys. I am definitely going to do more streaming for gaming as well soon. But I'm just focused more on finances right now. And so I'm just glad you guys could just join in whenever, alright? So let's check it out. The first quarter, alright, here's some of the highlights. Revenue was 529.4 million, an increase of 71.6% year over year. Okay, looking at this, let's dissect it. 529. It beats Yahoo Finance's estimates easily by over 20%. They even beat the highest estimates, alright? They unfortunately didn't beat my super high estimates, but that's okay, alright? I might have super high expectations, and that's fine. So, they beat those estimates. And let's see. The gaming and the creator segment, which is, like I was saying, these two parts. Gaming gear plus streaming gear, these two big product line. Their revenue was $175.9 million, okay? I had them doing about 200 million. That's because I had them doing a revenue of about 600 million. So not too far off, okay? Not too bad. But that's an increase of about 131.9% year over year. Holy, okay, that's huge. Joshua, you're doing good. I am doing I can tell you, I'm doing pretty busy at the moment. Taking care of my family's health has been a tough priority, but also taking care of myself as well, because my health hasn't been too well lately. But you know what? I think one way is to really talk about it with different friends and people and sharing my concerns and all, because they're in a way really therapeutic for me as well. Okay? So, thank you for asking, and I hope you're doing well as well. You know, you have been in lockdown mode. Are you still going to work at the moment? If not, you can qualify for the CRB, right? And what do you think of this, you know, pandemic lockdown? Are you adapting well to it? Or are you not? Just curious to know. Okay, so let's get let's get this continued on. What is this? Okay. All right. So where were we at? We were at this part. Their gaming components, so basically their gaming parts and their computer systems So right here, their PC components plus the gaming PCs, okay? So computer overall and computer parts. It had revenue about 350 million. Ooh, that's an increase about 52% year over year. So obviously they didn't meet my huge expectations, but that's okay. As long as they beat analysts' expectation, that's what's really more important. I have a much higher expectation, that's okay. Because what really makes the stock move isn't really me, right? I wish I had that big of an influence, but it's mostly analysts, okay? Now, their gross profit was 160 million. That's an increase of about 100% year over year. The gross margin, you know, this company isn't always going to be the most profitable in a way. They're slowly becoming a little bit more profitable every quarter, but that's not the main concern. Main concern for me is their revenue and how much sales they're generating. They have about 30% gross margin. That's an improvement about 480 basis points year over year. So that's not much improvement in a way, okay? Okay, their operating income was 67.3 million. That's an increase of about 404 million, 404% year over year. Huge as well, okay? Now in total, let's check out. Their net income was 46.7 million. Or 47 cents per share, okay? Compared to net income of 1.2 million in the same period last year. That's a crazy, almost 40 times. Okay, that's huge how much they've been able to improve into their net income. That's how much money they actually could, that's how much money they have left after, you know, revenue, after paying off all the expenses and stuff. Okay, that's good. That's huge. What did I have for them? 48 million. Hey, so I was actually pretty close in a way. Wow, and that's very impressive, their net income. Holy, I'm actually very impressed by this number right here. I had them doing 48 million, and that's for a $600 million revenue. That's impressive in itself. Alright, I am working from home. I'm not a fan of this lockdown. I just wish it could end. I think we all wish it could end, but the thing is, you know, it won't end that soon. But we're actually getting a lot of vaccines, everyone is. And I like that, you know, we're all getting vaccinated. And that's the most important part. Slowly, all of us will be vaccinated. And we'll be able to all go out together. That's the dream, right? That's the hope. I'm gonna finish making dinner and I'll come back if you're still streaming. If you aren't, yeah, have a nice night. Yeah, I won't be streaming for too long, maybe for like another 30 minutes or something. But yeah, I'll see you very, very soon for game streams, alright? See you very soon, Joshua. Have a great day, alright? Have some good food and enjoy your night. Okay, next one. Adjust the net income. Okay, so what really matters to me is their net income and the revenue. But yeah, this net income really surprised me. I'm surprised how much profits they were able to make from that. Even though their gross profits, you know, didn't increase, right? It was stable year over year. But that means they were able to cut out a lot of expenses, okay? They don't have to spend that much expense. And that means most of the revenue, you know, could go back to net income to be able to use it into other things. Next line. Okay, as of March 31st, we had cash about 125.6 million. 48 million capacity for the credit line and total long-term debt of 294 million. Okay, so then they do still have some decent debt to pay off in the long-term wise. That's something not really too worried about in my opinion. And by the way, for those of you that are watching at the moment, how many of you are Corsair investors? And when did you start investing into this company? Let me know in the chat below. I'm so curious. Okay? Let me know. Okay, now out of that net income, how much is from cash flow? How much cash do you have in the end? So you have about 27.8 million, which increased from 2 million in the same period. Okay, so they do still have a little bit better improvement in cash flow to spend on other things. But I like this net income. This was very surprising in a way. And their net revenue Was it surprising to me? Not that much, because I had much higher expectation, but definitely must have surprised analysts, because if you think about it, right? If you do calculator app, okay, so let's use something like this. Okay, they made 529 million, right? Let's just say 530, okay? Analysts predicted them to earn about 450, okay? 450. If you divide by 450, that's over how much percentage? Oh, that's the wrong way. Sorry, that's not right. Okay, 450 divided by 530. Okay, there it is. They actually beat estimates by about 85% more. Okay? Yeah, that's kind of crazy in a way. Alright? Oh, sorry. They beat about estimates about 15%. Sorry. Because if you take 450, right? You take 450, you times it by, say, 15%, right? You get 67.5 million. And if you add those two together, you get this. So they beat estimates by average 15%. Massive, massive beat. Okay? You know, I'm not going to use this calculator. This calculator is not good at all. Yeah, or like this is much easier. 15 to 17%. That's massive as well. And whenever you beat analyst expectation by that much, your stock typically should go up, right? But what happened today? What happened today, investors? Oh my gosh. That stock went down. It's down 2.54%. Okay? The range started about $31 to $34. So, what's up with that? Look, they crushed estimates. They raised their outlook, but shares fall. What kind of world are we living in? That's just the current condition and state of the stock market right now, okay? Nothing wrong about that, okay? That's just part of it. It doesn't always seem 100% logical, okay? Okay, next one, let's go. Let's see what Andy Paul has to say, the CEO of Corsair. That's very important, okay? I'm gonna highlight it right here. We are thrilled with our first quarter performance and strategic progress. End demand remains strong for our products, and there's also new products like these, the keyboard, the Elgato accessories. Debut went well as well. We introduced 29 new products in the first quarter. Yep. And we expect this pace of new product introduction to continue throughout the year, with several brand new products still to come. So basically saying that first quarter we had insane demand. It went well, and also our new product releases debut went well as well. It seems like there's a good demand for that as well. And the theme for this year is also more new product release. Good. And they expect that's going to happen, and also remain strong as well. Next one. Supplies of key components remain tight. Oh, this is important because we talked about the chip shortage, right? The microchip shortage, and how chips are actually put into different computer parts. So if you don't have that, it's hard to build something. You need that to actually have the full product built, right? But we have been able to support our plans and continue to work on this issue for the rest of the year. As a result of our stronger than expected first quarter performance and our view for the rest of this year, we are actually going to raise our 2021 guidance. Wow, that means they foresee a better future, better expected performance this year. I like that. I like that. That means demand is getting there. You just have to be able to give the customers what they want. And that's tough right now because of the shortage, like I've been saying. But they're trying to manage through it, okay? We're able to convert our strong financial performance in the first quarter to further strengthen our balance sheet. Good. We reduced our debt by 28 million, with now an outstanding debt of 300 million and net debt at 177.3 million. Okay. What does this mean? Outstanding. So outstanding is that you still have 300 million, but net debt is 177. So do you add them up or something? I would check the balance sheet. We did this while growing quickly and leaving enough resources to help us grow further. We continue to evaluate growth opportunities while still expecting to further reduce our debt in 2021 this year. Alright, good to know that they're focused on reducing their debt, lowering their debt, to becoming a debt-free company. So this is how they're gonna improve their expectations for this year. Okay. They're gonna raise their revenue to be from 1.9 billion to 2.1 billion. Oh, sorry. They initially had 1.8 billion to 1.95 billion dollars of revenue this year, right? They're actually gonna raise that to the max of 2.1 billion dollars revenue. They see that happening this quarter. No, this year. That's a small guidance increase, okay? Not too big. And their adjusted operating income to be around 235 to 250 million. Okay, that means there's an increase in their net income as well. Okay, what is some of the recent developments we have? Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly get some water first because I'm gonna talk about the recent developments happening next, okay? For this company. Hello, I am back. So we're gonna talk about recent developments, and these are some of the highlights. Whoa. Okay, I'm pretty sure they they launched the new products. Yeah, they launched the gaming computers as well as their new Elgato camcord, which they have, which is a very super powerful capture card that can record like different screens, I believe. Yeah, let's check it out. I think it's this one. I don't have the money to buy that, and I don't need to buy that right now, but it's more for the companies to use in a way. That's what it is. This Cam Link Pro right there. Because you can record so many multiple screens, and I think it's great for YouTubers in a way. I think it'll be really good for YouTubers. Because you can, well, I mean, those ones are like very, very successful, right? Or successful. Like, because you can look at all this. You can record so many multiple screens, and the amount of different conferencing you could do, and all. A lot of different things you could do with this. Changing screens, as well as, let's see what else you could do. Yeah, you can stream on multiple platforms with this. Yeah, and just the speed as well, right? Processing for this is pretty great as well. Anyways, I don't have the money to buy that, but some people do, right? Especially the really successful streamers, as well as video makers as well. Yeah. Okay, anyways, moving on. Keyboard releases, mouse releases, those are all. I don't really pay too much attention. I know like they're constantly release it. It's just about their demand, right? Like how much demand they have, and it seems like it's pretty successful with all these new product launches. This one, I think Elgato is going to be a huge revenue generator for them in the next, you can say 3-5 years in a way, because more beginner creators are going to rely on Elgato, and Elgato is such an easy system to use, and once you use it, it's hard to use anything else as well, right? So using that, you're able to do a lot of your basic streaming, and later on, if you want to get better at that, you can just buy the better product, right? If you get good at it. So it creates a lot of loyalty customer base, and it's impressive. I mean, I've used it last year, and I gotta say, once I get better at streaming, you know, once I have a bigger audience and all, I'm gonna actually upgrade. But I don't need it right now, but this is a brand that I have lots of trust in and lots of loyalty in as well. And other than that, let's see. Okay, in February, they announced the acquisition of Visuals. That's a premium platform for creators. And this acquisition, what they do is they provide professional design for creators on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook gaming. So they use these layouts and overlays. So basically what I'm streaming right now is, basically it's very simple layout what I have. I use Streamlabs OBS, which is acquired from Logitech, okay? I felt like Logitech and Corsair, they're kind of like competitors in a way. Logitech has Streamlabs and Corsair has Elgato. And I feel like if Corsair didn't buy Elgato and Logitech had Elgato as well, Elgato and Streamlabs works, they're perfect synergy with each other. And in order for Corsair to really compete against them, they have to take Elgato. And they do. So now it's kind of like a fair competition in a way. You know, it's not winner take all. If Corsair does well, pretty sure Logitech is going to do well, right? They should perform well and badly together. Okay? And as of that, that's really about it for this I'm gonna listen to their conference call, which is happening. Oh, which already happened, honestly. And I am going to be checking out the investors presentation as well. And there's so much things to do. But thank you for stopping by. And if you're an investor, just love your appreciation into this. It's great to have you guys here just talk about things. But yeah, I'm surprised, right? Or in a way, am I surprised? No. Because recently a lot of companies have reported great earnings and the stock goes down. So what? But you know what? This company is kind of like a rock, because in the last, you can say like February, last few months, March, when there was a huge shaky sell-off, it didn't move much. Look, it never went down under $30. So the max it's really gone is 5%. It never really ever went down like 10% in a way as well. Alright? That's how crazy this stock moves. Okay? Or doesn't move. Like whatever attack it has, nope, doesn't move that much. It's like super strong defense in a way. Okay. Now, let's take a look at some of the presentation stuff. Market trends that they see happening. 36% increase in average gaming time. Impact of third places. The average time spent playing video games is projected to increase from 1.1 hours per day to 1.5 hours during the next 5 years. Oh, that's not too bad. That's only about like 20-30 minute more average. But when you add up, when you do that per year, that's a lot, right? Because you're adding an average 30 or 40 minutes per day. Video games are the new third place. What do they mean by that? A third place is a space outside the home and workplace or school where people gather and communities build. Today, video games are becoming that third place, and I think they already are, right? Are becoming. I think they already are. Besides work, besides school and home, that's where people hang out as well. Video games is another place, a virtual space or physical space where they can be together. Fortnite is one of the best examples of the shift to social gaming. Fortnite now holds virtual concerts for millions of players and has dedicated a space for users to party, not just battling, not just playing together, right? But communicating with each other. And that's huge. That's from Cathie Wood. Guess what? You know Cathie Wood, alright? I don't need to say much more. And that's the trend that they see in gaming, right? That's why they're heavily invested into gaming industry. Because I believe, in my opinion, in the next 5 years, this is going to be one of the top 3 most fastest growing business lines. Now let's go check out this esports and the viewership. 729 million. Poised for growth. A growing gamer population is driving esports. The global market for esports is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 11.1% from 2019 to 2024. Nice growth right there. And here's more market trends. And you know what? Whenever you're a fundamental investor, it's also important to look at all these, okay? And you know what? It might take me like so long to look through this. But overall, what did I do with the stock today? Did I buy more? Did I sell? Did I hold? Actually, I already built up a nice position in this. I was expecting it to not really move as much, which happened today, and it moved down about a few percent. I'm not gonna buy it today. I was hoping, if possible, it would drop like 10%. If it was going to drop like 10%, you know, lower 30s or even close to 30, I would actually continue to buy more if it hits 30s, because like that would be like 10% of my initial average price. It didn't move much, and I think like this stock isn't going to move much in the short term, but in the long term, I think Wall Street investors and other investors are gonna realize that there's a lot of big growth in this company, and this company isn't just worth $3 billion in itself, okay? Because if you look at it like this, 3 billion market cap today, right? And you talk about revenue of about 530 million that they've just earned, right, today? And net income of about 46.7. Let's calculate the PE ratio just on this quarter. I'm just saying this quarter, okay? So let's calculate the net revenue first. You got about 3 billion. If you convert it to billion, that's 3,000 million, right? That's how I calculate it. Divided by 500, say 530, that's much easier to calculate. You get a price to sales ratio of 5.66, which means every $1 revenue Corsair is making, I'm paying $5.66 to the company. Okay, that's how much I'm willing to pay for the company. Not too bad, that's actually pretty cheap. Usually, technology companies or computer companies, they're double that of price to sales ratio. Okay, like 10 to 20. 5.66 is relatively cheap in a way. Okay, now let's calculate their price to earnings ratio. That means every $1 profit they earn, how much money am I willing to pay out? So this is about 47 million, right? Alright. So their price to sales ratio, no, price to earnings ratio is about 63.8. That's pretty expensive, okay? That's expensive in a way. But you know what? I actually just used this quarter to calculate it. Usually use one entire year, right? So that's why it looks expensive. But I'm just using this specific quarter, okay, to calculate it at this time. Okay, that's how much you're paying for it right now. So every $1 profit that Corsair earns, you're paying about $64, which is pricey in a way. But you know what? Some will go for 100 or even 200. So this is higher than average. But like I said, I'm just using this quarter as a measurement. So yeah, I think I've told you enough thoughts of what I feel about the company, and I hope you all, continue to know more about this company. And if you're interested, you can check out some of my other videos as well. I'm gonna quickly, do something, and later on I'm gonna continue looking at this investors presentation because I have a lot to do today, a lot. And I hope you all can just continue to give me support and learn a few things from me as well. So anyways, I'll see y'all later, and thank you for joining in today to this 2021 first quarter earnings report live discussion.